Good morning. My name is Todd Rasberry, and I serve as the Vice President for Philanthropy and External Relations here at West Texas A&M University and Executive Director for the West Texas A&M University Foundation. It's my privilege to welcome you to the Bain Athletic Complex on the WT campus. Today is a historic day and an exciting announcement for this university. Today's grand opening is for a state-of-the-art complex designed and intended to support all student athletes, coaches, and athletic staff. You'll hear more about the facility and why it's important to WT and our athletes. First, I want to begin by introducing persons who are joining us for today's announcement. And I want to begin with our distinguished guests, the Bain family. Dr. Barbara Bain. Her children, Mike Bain, Nancy Siebert and Jim, and Mark Bain, and Heather, and a number of the grandchildren I see here, or children or grandchildren here as well. Let's thank them for joining us today and making today possible. We have with us today members of the WT administration, faculty, staff, and students, as well as Buffalo Club members, alumni, and friends of WT and supporter of athletics. Thank you for joining us today as well. It's my pleasure to introduce those responsible for the design and construction of the facility behind me. Sheila Sims and John Gamble of Sims Architects, Travis McPherson and Todd Ellis of Western Builders, Stephen Hill and Paul Gilbert of Project Control. If they'll wave their hands or stand up so we can see you, thank you for making today possible. Now I'll introduce those who will be addressing you in the order that they'll be speaking. Dr. Walter V. Wendler, the 11th President of West Texas A&M University. Kyal Browne, Junior Agricultural Business Major from Waxahachie, Texas. Oh, that's hard to say. How do you say it? Waxahachie. Okay, I haven't had as much practice as her. She is also the student body president. Mike Bain, representing his mother, Barbara Bain, and members of the Bain family. Thompson Mayberry, Interim Athletic Director. And J.T. Cavender, Senior Engineering Major from Midlothian, Texas, who used to play linebacker for the football Buffaloes. Do you still? Yes, sir. Okay. Is that for, where's Coach Lynn? Is that for sure? We trust it'll be so. Join me in thanking them for their part in the program today. Beginning today, the Division II top-ranked football stadium, Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, has what I believe will soon be recognized as the best Division II athletic student support facility in the nation, the Bain Athletic Complex. After you tour the facility, I think you will have no problem agreeing. 2 generations of the Bain family have been engaged in supporting WT. The Bain name is known across this campus on classroom buildings and buildings like the Dr. Barbara Bain English Language Arts and Social Studies classroom, the Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, First United Bank Center, and the Bain Event Center. The Bain family, through some 800 gifts to WT, have established millions in endowments and support funds for students, faculty, and programs across the academic units. Barbara, you and Ray, through your tireless work for a half-century, have been integral to making WT the Panhandles University. Today, the vision that you and Ray had almost 2 decades ago for an athletic complex for all student athletes intended to support, grow, and nurture the whole person is finally being fulfilled. I would like to invite forward President Wendler.
Thank you, Todd, and thanks to all of you for being out on this momentous occasion. We really do appreciate it. Actually, I was reminded of the time not too many years ago, the summer of 2019, at the opening of what's now Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium. I was the first person to literally That's not funny. It's my mother. She wants to make sure I'm not doing something I shouldn't be doing. I was the first person to literally hit the turf out there. I was standing on the field, getting ready to be interviewed by Drew from I think Channel 10, and I walked over towards him, and it was a blisteringly hot day. It was probably 120 degrees at the surface of the field. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And the bottom line is, we started the interview, and all of a sudden I thought, he's not making any sense. And then I fainted. I literally fainted from the heat, and I fell over. And Bill Townsend, Dr. Bill Townsend, Bud Townsend's son, many of you remember Bud, a great history teacher here at West Texas A&M University, was standing on the concourse, and he recounted this conversation. He said, to his right, there were a number of co-eds, and one of them said, look, an old man has fallen over on the field. And Bill reportedly told them, that's no old man, that's President Wendler. And the ceremony went on. All I remember is that I woke up and Mary and Tracy and a couple of other people standing over me with wet cloths trying to cool me down a little bit. But it was a big day. Today, thank God, we've got great weather. And I'm thankful that I'm not gonna fall over here, because this concrete would be a lot less forgiving than that turf was. The Bain family has created a transformative legacy through their engagement, persistence, and support over the last 30 years. Todd has outlined it very nicely, and I know they know how much we all appreciate it. But when you look across the higher education landscape, there are few institutions which have a donor legacy like we do here at West Texas A&M University. There was a group of families, and there are a group of families who continue to support West Texas A&M University, and most importantly, they act as a model and as an encouragement to others to support this very fine institution, this great institution. And we all agree that WT is a great university. Barbara, Nancy, Mark, Mike, thank you and all of your family members for that continued support and for encouraging others to join in and do the very same thing. It transforms the university. It makes it better than it was, and that is our job. That is our first and foremost job. Every morning when all of us that work here get out of bed, we have to be asking ourselves, how can we make West Texas A&M University a better institution that more forcefully serves the folks of the Texas Panhandle and beyond? And that's what we do. As Todd has predicted, and I will agree, the Bain Athletic Complex is destined to be recognized as one of the nation's leading athletics facility. Not just because of the state-of-the-art design and technology, which you all will see when you take your tour through the building, but maybe more for integrating the academic and athletic, the physical and what I call the spiritual and intellectual care and development of our students. And I think that is so important. And to me, it's what makes Division II intercollegiate athletics so special. It is still intercollegiate athletics. And I think that is so very important. And I'm so proud to be associated with a program here at West Texas A&M that does that. And it wouldn't be done without donors and help like the Bains and so many others provide. But we are thankful for that because it's a process that takes resources. And we appreciate those extramural resources. We have vigorously competitive sports here. I could go through the national championships in the last few years, and there's a significant number. But we center ourselves, I believe, on the experience of athletic competition and on the student part of that experience. I see it and hear it when I talk to coaches, when I talk to athletics leadership. We'll have some new leadership announcements this week, and I think it's going to be great for our programs. We have not lost sight of the reason that these athletes come to a university, to graduate with a degree, so they are better equipped to leave here and be engaged citizens for their families, their employers, and the communities in which they live. And it's one of the things that makes me so proud to be part of West Texas, of the Texas Panhandle in particular, is there is a sense of community here that's remarkable. I went this morning, I try to go every morning at 9 when we have families visiting the campus. And I met a local family. The daughter is intending to come here to study. They attend Caprock High School. And I said, well, I should tell you that the principal there, Principal Hussman, his sister works for me in the president's office. And they said, well, that's amazing. That's a small world. And I said, well, that's the Texas Panhandle. It is in the best possible sense a small world, a connected community. As long as I'm president, the student, I'll say in capital letters, the student aspect will be the highest priority for our athletics programs. Tomorrow at 10:30, in the Fairleigh Group Club of Bain Schaefer Buffalo Stadium, we will introduce to you Doug Lipinski, our new Vice President for Athletics, who understands excellence in Division II sports. He's been associated with the best Division II program in the United States of America as a Deputy Athletic Director in many roles. He started as a 4-year letterman on the baseball team, but he's been associated with them for almost 30 years, and he knows what it takes to build a great athletics conference. He knows how to build championship athletic teams and programs, and he prioritizes student academic success. You'll hear more about this in a day when we announce him, but I do want to say that we have elevated this position to the level of a vice president so that the leader of intercollegiate athletics on the campus is engaged in campus-wide discussions of every type, and we're thankful for that. I'll close with this. When I arrived 5 years ago, 9 years ago, I'm in my 9th year now, which is hard for me to believe. I was sure I would have been fired in the first 3 or 4, and I tried, but it didn't work. There were 5 challenges that I needed to fix, and I'm not going to go through all 5 of these, but I've done 4. Behind me is number 4. It was clear to me that this was something that needed to be done and had not been completed. It's completed now, and I'm proud to stand here and celebrate with you, Barbara, and your family, and your friends, and your admirers, the fulfillment of this dream, and we are thankful for your part in it. Thank you. I do want to say one last word. Our coaches are central to the success of our athletics programs. And I think that these facilities and these championship coaches and athletics make a great team in and of themselves. And these things are the result of outstanding leadership. And as I look around, I see coaches here that I think are providing outstanding leadership to intercollegiate athletics at West Texas A&M University, and I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful that they constantly put the student first. I think that's so important, and I'm thankful for it. Now it's my privilege to invite to the podium Kyal Browne, our WT Student Body President. Thank you. I didn't turn the page.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you all so much for being here with us today, especially Dr. Barbara Bain and the Bain family. Today marks a proud moment as we open the newest addition to our campus, the Bain Athletic Complex. This facility and the culmination of our athletic center stands as a lasting testament to the Bain family's enduring support for our university. Now, I do feel it is my duty to express the extreme jealousy felt by all non-student athletes when we look at this building. But I guess life's not fair. But you don't have to be a student athlete to understand how important athletics are to our university and to the development of our students, from cheering in the stands to playing on the field. This building is a testament to our university's unwavering support of the holistic development of its students. More than just a building, this complex serves as a hub for the immense talent of our athletes and represents the boundless opportunities provided at West Texas A&M. The Bain Athletic Complex is a place where our athletes will sharpen their skills, hone their minds, develop lifelong friendships, and cultivate character that remains strong in victory and in defeat. These facilities are not just a source of pride for our athletes, but they represent an investment in our coaches, trainers, and staff who devote themselves to the nurturing of our student athletes' growth. The educational experience of athletics goes far beyond winning and losing. As important as that is, athletes are one of the unique ways WT can impart the values of dedication, respect, fortitude, and sportsmanship. On behalf of all my fellow students, thank you to the Bain family for your immense generosity and your continued support of our university and your vision for this complex. Thank you to our community members and donors who make this new facility possible. And thank you to Dr. Wendler for being the kind of leader who makes good on his promises. As we look ahead from today, I am confident that our university's athletic history will be marked by many achievements and triumphs. Our athletic programs have worked to foster a tradition of unity and school spirit that's exemplified by the students in the stands, the alumni who come back home to watch our games, and the athletes who work tirelessly to represent themselves and our university to the best of their ability. For this and many other reasons, we must continue to support and celebrate athletics at West Texas A&M University. Thank you all so much for being here with us today to celebrate this momentous occasion. And go Buffs!
Good morning. Being an illustrious WT alum, I was never the best reader. I was never the best writer, but I'm an excellent talker. And if you know me, it may not have content to it, but you do know that I can talk. So that's my role today. I can't tell. I didn't even make it 10 seconds. What a momentous day for our family. And I want to expand on that a little bit. Back in 2008, 2009, my father he's always been one to give back. Time, energy, whatever it took. He and my mother both were always one to give back. In 2008, 2009, when this dream was being put together, it was really the first time that he'd ever really stepped up individually and taken the lead and the role on something that he wanted to do individually. And so my siblings and I know, and my mother know what the completion today, what this day means to the family, just simply from the standpoint of it is the completion of a dream. It's a dream of a man that loved this university, loved this region, loved his family, just loved everything about West Texas. And so the culmination of that today is obviously, it's just a great day for us. Okay, if I was sitting up here scanning the crowd, lots and lots of friends. I wish I could acknowledge each and every one of y'all for being here. Lots of family. I did want to recognize my family yet again. Todd referred to that there's been 2 generations of our family in in philanthropic duties or in support of WT. My brother's children are here. My children are here. My sister's son is here, and her grandsons are here. So I want to acknowledge that we've got the third generation and parts of the fourth generation that are steadfast becoming WT supporters, and they are going to know this university near and dear to their heart because we love this university and we love this region, and these kids are going to know that, and we look forward to them carrying on the tradition. You know, I'm one of those guys that I don't get much accomplished during the day, but when I go to bed at night, I think about everything. So I get everything accomplished at night, and then you wake up the next day and, you know, have trouble initiating, but you thought a good plan out. As I was laying in bed last night, I was thinking about the ribbon cutting, and we're gonna have a cutting of a ribbon that signifies the beginning of something great and new. I kind of look at it as that ribbon is, you know, it's perfect timing that the Olympics are going on right now because that ribbon signifies the end. That's the finish line, and that's where we're at. Again, I wish there was someone here to see it, but I do know that he's looking down upon us and is so proud to actually see it to the completion and to the end. You know, if this was a race, there's a podium out here for us to take our places on. I think just for the pride and everything that this complex means to us, the Bain family is going to stand up there in third place, and then WT and WT administration and the Texas Panhandle is going to get up there in second place, and then guys like JT, Josh Lynn's back here. I see many coaches, many former coaches. Don, thank you for being here. That's who's really going to benefit from this. These coaches, these student athletes, what these facilities, and I'm not just talking about this facility. You take a look at this, and again, big thanks to. Again, I know I ramble. I'm sorry about this, but the things that I think about is all the way back to Ed Harris, Michael McBroom, soon to be Doug Lipinski, all the coaches that have come through here, the administration, Neil before Todd, Dr. O'Brien, Dr. Wendler. The list goes on and on. I saw Gary Barnes here. Gary Barnes is part of it. Randy's here. Just the vision of these folks to bring us where we are today. So much energy, so much time. Dr. Wendler hit on the fact that he'd been, I couldn't believe it's 9 years, but 9 years ago, I can tell you I sat in this gentleman's office and he made a pledge to me that this would happen. Thank you. So, again, I go back and I think of how did this happen? Again, I look at these coaches. Every drop of blood, every ounce of sweat that has ever fallen on these grounds out here and used to, it hadn't been that long ago that was a dirt field or a concrete field with a makeshift, what I would call field house out there, and that's all that was out there behind Jarrett Hall. But that's where the football team used to practice. And now the vision of these folks that I just named to not just transform our campus, but transform this athletic complex or this sports park into what it is. And Josh and I saw a few of you guys. I'm sorry, I've got to throw this out. I know buildings don't convey to wins and losses. I know that. The student athletes alone have to, and the coaches preparing them have to get out on the field and provide that win and loss. But so I know buildings don't do that, but they do bring in the type of student athletes you need to win championships. And I think you're all about to find out when you go through and get a tour of this facility, if all of this combined if you can't recruit to this campus, you might want to check your name tag and scratch recruiter off, because it's a given. This is going to make it easy. So thank you guys so much for being here. I guess I want to end with the old adage of, good things come to those who wait. I want to introduce you to the good things.
Well, one of the things about going late in your speech is Mark takes all the stuff you wanted to talk about, and he's already said it. But I do remember I was a few years before Mike was, and I remember that field where the stadium is now. We used to have our bonfires there. It was just a vacant spot. Now, I'm not that old, Josh. I see you already looking at me. My pleasure of growing up in Dimmitt, Texas, was knowing Barbara Bain, and my mother knowing her, and what a wonderful lady spirit she is. And we're thankful for everything you've done in your family. It's humbling that this community, this West Texas region, is so willing to give back and share their success. This grand opening of the Bain Athletic Complex represents a new chapter in athletics at WT. This state-of-the-art facility not only will serve our students with the first-class amenities and resources to enhance their performance while enhancing their overall experience, but it also signifies a major milestone in WT athletics and at WT University. This facility represents a culmination of hard work, dedication, and the vision in its creation. It also serves as a testament to WT's commitment to supporting and investing in our athletic programs. This grand opening signifies a moment in our community that we can together celebrate the hard work that has gone into making this complex a reality. It symbolizes a new era of competition for WT sports and is now our premier venue to showcase our skills and talents. The Bain Athletic Complex is more than just a building. It's a symbol of the pursuit of excellence at WT Athletics, its program, and the lasting impact for future WT championships. I just want to thank everybody for coming and enjoy the complex. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for being here today. My name is JT Cavender, and I do have one more year of eligibility, so y'all can't get rid of me that easily. So I will be back. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate the opening of a significant addition to our beautiful campus at West Texas A&M University. The commitment of our university's administration to the growth of WT athletics is clearly demonstrated by the Bain Athletic Complex. The generosity of donors like the Bain family, as well as many others, embodies the true spirit of West Texas and exemplifies the values we hold dear as Buffaloes. Student athletes come from all around the world pursuing higher education and championships. The Bain Athletic Complex enables them to achieve both. For Buffalo football and all athletes, the Bain Athletic Complex is a game changer. In the past, we had to end meetings 5 to 10 minutes early to account for the walk to the locker room. This new facility eliminates the walk, allowing us to extend our meeting times, which the coaching staff has already informed us that they're going to take every ounce of that time, and they're going to keep us longer. So while 5 minutes may seem minimal, over time these minutes add up to hours, and hours to days, and days to years over the years. In a game where inches matter, these additional hours of preparation can be the difference between winning and losing. The Bain Athletic Complex includes everything we need as student athletes in one convenient location. From coaches' offices and meeting rooms to study areas, a nutrition station, and recreational spaces, it is designed to support our overall development. I am confident that this facility will strengthen our bonds and provide invaluable support on, I'm going to circle back. These spaces are not only for the football team, but are also available to all teams, fostering camaraderie, enhancing the sense of community across all sports. I am confident that this facility will strengthen our bonds and provide invaluable support on game days. Before I conclude, I would like to personally thank Dr. Barbara Bain for their generosity and vision. Your support is paving the way for our success as student athletes today and for future generations to come at West Texas A&M University. So thank you.